Hello and welcome to the mod that turns every terrorist projectile into a glaive ricochet. So that's right, you too can have your own glaive ricochet at home with any terror of your choosing. So, for example, a dart monkey, or if you want a dartling gun that bounces back and forth between all bloons, then, well, this is also the mod for you. Now, I'm not sure what the best map would be for this all ricochet mod, but I figured Second Columns would be a funny one since it has, lanes going pretty much all the way across the edges of the map. So perhaps we can get some nice bounces, which we're currently already getting with the 200. How about we try the spikeable? I think with this mod, anything that has a lot of pierce will obviously be way more fun to try out. Now, a couple things I do need to clarify, though, is that, for example, explosions or aura effects do not work because it doesn't create a projectile that can bounce at all, because it just explodes, like on impact. You also need a terror that has more than one pierce, otherwise something like attack shield with one pierce will be unable to bounce once that attack hits a bloon. So this is kind of similar to that all-seeking mod I did a while back, but it's a bit different. I think I'd say that overall this mod is a bit weaker than that, because Ricochet is just weaker than having Seeking in general, because Seeking, I believe, can do more like single target damage, whereas with the Ricochet, if a terror hits a bloon, then it can't hit it again, I believe, on that same shot. So therefore, your single target damage cannot go any higher than what it is at base, but it does improve your, group pound power and your accuracy. Like, there's no way in hell that a 3-2-0 dart monkey in this spot right now should be able to solo 15 rounds, but here it is. Look at it go. And of course, not only that, but the bloon has to be close enough to where the projectile is to be able to bounce, whereas with Seeking, I think if you did, like, a Skytrader Seeking, then it'd be able to seek, like, throughout the whole map no matter what. Also, let me just drop a Churchill real quick. Again, I picked this hero because it has high pierce. And actually, I think I lied. Notice how the projectiles are actually bouncing, even though the bloons are really far away like that. Although it doesn't reach the bloon because I think there's a lifespan limit. So I stand corrected. I believe all of these projectiles act like the Glaive Lord. I think the Glaive Lord recently got changed so that its seeking, or its bouncing, is much bigger of a range, so it can seek bloons from pretty much across the map. Although, of course, most towers would have the issue of there being a lifespan limit. Anyway, we got Juggernaut now, just to see how that would behave. It's kind of interesting, too, because how Sun Columns works, at least, there's a lot of walls, so I think it's, like, bouncing off the wall and also ricocheting, as in it still, like, keeps the effect, or the status of it on the bouncing walls, while also having ricochet, which is kind of silly. Just look how much damage it's doing. It's hard carrying the first 39 rounds. Now, in advance for round 40, let's just try and see what the ace we do. I didn't mention how Seeking's OP on it, but how about Ricochet ODS with Sharper Darts, so it has 8 pierce each? Well, as you see, no Seeking right now. What if I do Wing Monkey? Can we see some bounces once the mob turns to Cerams? Yes, we can. This is where it gets a bit stronger. But again, still not as OP as the Seeking, where it would use up all 32 of the darts shooting out. Or is it 16? It's 16, actually. Also, I should probably get some camo detection on some of these towers. I'll just do a 3-0, so we can work on all of the towers. Before I go for something that will trivialize the entire challenge, such as this Ultra Juggernaut, I'm still trying to think about what would, like, be as good as this thing, because I think this has the most pierce without it being an explosion attack. That's not also the boomerang, if I recall. That's why I'm basically honed in on this thing. By the way, we're playing on double issue mobs just to make things a wee bit harder. I do believe this mod works with abilities, so how about I try Phoenix? Phoenix has decent pierce, right? At least I believe. So here we go, activated. It's doing too much damage right now to actually see the bouncing, so we'll wait again. Yeah, how about for the mobs here? Here we go. Do we see some bouncing? Yep. There comes the bouncing. Very cool, Phoenix. Very cool. What's making it really strong is the fact that it does technically have, like, very light seeking. And on top of the fact that it has full range, so it'll pretty much always have something to bounce to, as long as there's multiple bloons on screen. I think I picked good there. Next on list, this is something I showed you at the very beginning, but Dartling Gun. If I do Hydra Rocket, this has the most pierce out of all the pads that actually has a projectile. Although, the problem is that there technically is an explosion with this thing, so I'm not sure how well it actually works. But I would like to think it does something, right? Let's see. For the insides here. And I see bounces, not really when the balloons are, like, that close together. Okay, then, how about with the ability? Or rather, we just, like, keep it on the left side, and you can just see it bounce like that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That is what you want to see, those full map bounces. I'm gonna save my ability for next round. So here we go, Rocket Storm. And how does the Seeking work with that? I feel like it didn't really make much difference there. Or maybe I'm blind, who knows? But yeah, again, group rounds are not gonna be an issue, since we can maximize Pierce across all these towers here. The single target, though, is definitely a bit of an issue. Props, I'm not seeing much out of the Rockstorm ability because it's technically also an explosion. Because, like, once it hits the balloon, it stuns it and does damage, so makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of it. This is something that doesn't have good mob damage, but I just kind of want to see out of curiosity. How does Ball Lightning work Seeking-wise? That didn't seem too much, but how about we wait for something that gets a little closer? Do you see it changing direction at all? Okay, not there. Not there. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's bouncing backwards, I noticed that time. How about again? Yep. Going the other way. Oh, also, I have to use level 1 ability, level 3, Churchill, to survive that. Should we just say F it and go for the Ultra Jog? Yeah, let's do it. And also, let's give it camo, so I don't... because the sub isn't enough. But let's get it over with, okay? Maximum damage activate. If I'm looking at this properly, literally all 6 balls explode on top of the balloon. Which, I'm not sure what I expected coming out of this, but that's nice to have. Also, talking about OP towers that are Dormant keys, how could I forget the crossbow? Because doesn't that require straight lines to do well with? And also has decent pierce, so it's not just about the pierce, it's also about, like, how reliant the tower is on a straightaway. And the U-Jug and crossbow definitely fit that bill. I think just to make showcasing some towers a bit more clear, let's Chinook the thing away. And let's just focus on crossbow. Alright, round 79, there's a Crossbow Master. I just realized that this placement kind of does get mostly straight lines when it's exiting, so we're not really seeing much in terms of that. And I kind of hate that on this map. I would love to put it in a weird spot where I wouldn't get straight lines, but you see here, it's too low elevation-wise. Maybe I'll just do, I don't know, over here then. At the very least, when the balloons get to the straight middle here, you can definitely, you know, benefit a lot from that Seeking. That being said, 205 is so bad, like, in general. Look how little damage you're getting. It's also trying to seek out the balloons at the bottom, but again, lifespan limit issues. I guess that's what this does, right? Critical speed might mean it has, or might be able to reach further. Hold up, danger alert. I think it's about time I start moving towers back up, because putting everything in the back does not give us a lot of damage at all. So let's just move the U-Jug back now that we saw how the crossbow did, which AKA was not very good. This is good though, because again, the 6 balls explode within the small crater here, so that makes it get a lot of mob damage in before it leaks through. You can see it just turn these UMGs into, well, BFBs, which is pretty impressive considering we have, like, what, 9k HP at this point? Not bad at all. Oh, I'm dead. Or am I? Think Ball Lightning saving us, guys? Holy, that knockback. Frankly, I think I would have done that without the Seeking or the bouncing regardless, but let's try Sky Shredder now. And you can see, when it's on top of the ZMG, it's doing the bouncing thing, or any balloon at all. It just needs to be on top of one, and then we get so much DPS going in. It's pretty nutty, isn't it? Yep. This is probably number 2 on the list of towers that benefit most from this. If I can beat 95 here, then we're chilling for the rest of the game. Looks like I still have to use some ability just to get out of that round. As good as the Seeking is. Is there another tower I'd like to try out? I do want to try a Sun Avatar, but once again, there is an elevation issue. Now, you can see through walls with Ultra Vision Crosspath, but that's not the one that gives you range, and doesn't give you Pierce that you miss out on, so let's just randomly put one over here. And let's see, go to work. Even though I'll likely get maximum DPS because it only has 6 Pierce, I don't know. It might make a small difference, so here we are. Yeah, I can see some shots definitely not being wasted, because I'm seeing some of our bolts get knocked back, or bounce back like that. Uh-oh, though, we're getting Pierce capped. Level 3 Churchill here. Sure, let's use our Phoenix as well. But it's all good because our Sky Shredder with Wing Monkey will be in the back to clean up everything. I should say level 10 Churchill for 99, though. Because I'm definitely not beating this. Oh, and it didn't activate in time, or rather, I guess Churchill level 10 didn't do enough damage. Unlucky. I thought it would have been enough. Let's try it again. Now, get it all in. There we go. I think that was early enough this time. Yep. Now for a double HP bat, as I once again said, we don't get any extra single target damage, so we just kind of have to hope that Sky Shredder and this thing does have enough in the tank. Otherwise, I'll buy something else. I don't think I need to buy anything else though, right? Nope. If I just use level 3? No, I think I'm dead DTs, yep. Well, we gotta use our Chinook for something, right? And that would simply just be to Chinook this thing down here. And then we'll give it a new out buff. And how about now? Activate literally everything, including level 10. And come on. Nice. That was clean. Okay, we still died to ZUMGs though. Okay, one more time here. Let's save all our abilities for the very last minute, like here. And then just blast off, break down the ZUMG as quickly as possible, because that's the biggest problem. So, level 10 Churchill. Come on. Oh my god, we dropped to 13 lives. Meaning we actually would have lost if we didn't get the extra lives from this and this, because this gives you 3 lives per at the end of each round, and the crates give you lives too. Sheesh. You could not have made things any closer than that over there. Although we're probably dead. Okay. We're dead to fortified TTs again. I kind of want to see if I get the money for a Paragon before we end off here. So let me see if there's any way out of this, or is it Jover? I think it's Jover. Let's actually just get the money for Wizard Phoenix. So 1, we have a Perma Phoenix, and 2, we can use the Stronger Phoenix. That has Seeking. So wait for the first fortified TTT. That would be now. And let's watch it go to work. With also the Seeking or the bouncing balls. I didn't think about that. But that is incredibly OP. I don't know how much, I forgot how much damage they do, but they definitely are a significant portion. On that same note, Inferno Ring would be funny, but unfortunately their balls don't have a lot of pierce. This one though, definitely a whole lot. So good get, although I think I'm dead now that it's off cooldown. Okay, we're alive though. But close call, eh? Yep, another time where we gotta activate our Wizard Phoenix. You also want to know what's kind of wild is the fact that this Crossbow Master over here can see such a big range because of Alp Buff and P Mentoring that it can start using its ricocheting attacks like very, very early. So this should have been the spot where I kept my first Crossmaster in, frankly. This defense is really starting to struggle now, so after this round, let's sell everything for the Dark Paragon. I guess, again, it would be over here. Unless, actually, hold on, I have a great idea. How does the Cure flagship placement look? Because this will allow it to see over the crater, right? The only problem is that it's still not, like, the range still isn't big enough with the Paragon to have, like, a full map range, but it's better than where I proposed it to be. So let's do the sell-off after we clear this round here, which is another round that gets really close to the exit. Sell, sell, sell everything. It's gonna cost us pretty much our entire defense. But here we go. Degree 43, alright, not bad, not bad. But let's watch this thing go to work. It's still bouncing its projectiles off the wall, probably because there's not enough, like, things to bounce across if it's popping things so quickly, right? Here you can definitely see the ricocheting go into effect. It's keeping all the balls within the middle here, or rather it's bouncing left and right, pretty much hitting them the moment they come out. And how about for the BAD? Yep, no problem whatsoever. There's 1, there's 2, and here should be 3. You should also notice that it's, even though it's only 1 tower, it's still doing much more than if it weren't, like, ricocheting. So something's finicky with the behavior, because normally it would just bounce off a wall, so maybe it absorbs the first target, because it's now a ricochet, if that makes any sense. I'm bad explaining, but hope you get the point. And now we just roll until this dies, and holy crap, how did it die already? Probably because there wasn't enough bouncing to do to start. Or no, just too weak. Damn. Another defense falls victim to round 128. Granted, it's double HP 128, but considering how well it did against the double HP ban on 119, yeah, I'm a bit surprised. Either way, I hope you gained some insight and you enjoyed how it looked now that some towers have gained the power of ricocheting. Click here for more mods, and I'll catch you all the next one.